Hey guys, welcome to the video. And today I'm going to be doing a very different video today because I'm going to be kind of showing you guys how to calculate how good players actually are. Now, I know that does make no sense. Like how, find an even a general idea of how good players are just by using math, which obviously doesn't really make sense when you think about it, but there is a near foolproof way that you can do it. So first up, we're going to be using a website called plank.io. You can look at the IP up here. There's also skier.club, but I find that this has better leaderboard stats, but worse individual player stats. I'm going to be using Plank, though, because it's better individual player stats. So, I'm going to be showing you guys how this works. So first off, you can type in a username. Let's go with, I don't know, my friend Orslin. He's the guild master in my guild. We can look at his, I don't know, his bedwars stats. And we can see his win-loss right here. And his win-loss is 0.99. Now, you can calculate how many times better he is at bedwars than other people. So we'll be using individual stats from this. So let's use the 4v4 stats, which is 1.8. So he has a 1.8 win-loss. So he got 1.8. And the average for a 4v4 is that there's 4 teams, so you'll have a 1 in 4 chance of winning a game of bedwars if you're completely average. You can just write that as 1 over 4. 0.25, as it shows here. 0.25. So 0.25, that's the average. Now what we do is we divide that number by his actual win-loss ratio. Oh, my screen's black. Okay, I actually messed up. It should be his win-loss divided by the average. And that will make how many times better he is than an average player in terms of the average player's win rate in 4v4 bedwars. Which in this case, he's over 7 times better. This is a pretty accurate estimation. But it's good to keep in mind that this isn't for every game. This is only for his winning rate in 4v4 bedwars, nothing else. You can do the same thing with KD. So the average KD for no matter what mode it is will be 1. Because that means you have 1 kill per 1 death. So if you have 1, then you can calculate, well, you don't actually have to use a calculator for this. You can just say that he's this many times better than an average player. So for 4v4 bedwars, he has about 6 KD, which means he's about 6 times better than the average player in terms of his kills. So he's actually better in accordance to an average player in winning than he is in kills and kill death ratio. You can use this for other, because the reason I'm telling you this is that obviously if you're experienced enough, you can just look at stats and say, okay, this guy's reasonably good. But obviously the brain has certain biases, like in Vsauce music, like the brain has certain biases, and so they can believe that certain numbers that might actually be lower or higher than other numbers, they might consider that, even though they know it's higher or lower, they may consider that higher or lower and biased towards a certain thing. So, for example, let's go to Technoblade. He's a fantastic bedwars player, of course. His 4v4 win-loss ratio, yeah. So he has about 149 win-loss ratio. So let's do actually that. So 149. He is about 600 times better than the average player in terms of his winning rate. Now for Katie, it's 360 times better. Which, crazy. Insane. Absolutely insane. And for me, I'm doing bedwars right now, but you can do this for any game. I'm just showing bedwars 4Vs at the moment because it's easiest to calculate, but I'll show you how to do it for skywars as well. So you have 4Vs. My win-loss in 4Vs is 1.71. 1.71. I am about 7 times better than the average player. Hi guys, welcome back. I've skipped ahead about 2 days. So I kind of, after explaining all this stuff, I kind of went on a ramble about like trying to do it for different games. So I'm going to put the mathematical equation into like an algebraic thing that you can just input numbers into. So basically the letters that I am showing here, just put them in for the number that I'm telling you to put in there. So you do your so if you're doing kill death, you don't need to really do an equation. You just write your kill death right here. So let's say your kill death is 0.80, then you will be about 80% as good as an average player, which means you're about a fifth worse than the average player. But if you've got like a 1.2 KD, that means you're 1.2 times better than the average player. So, if you want to do it for win-loss, so doesn't matter what game you're doing, this is how you do it. So first off, you gotta find your win-loss. So your win-loss will be here. So let's write win-loss will be here. Oh god, I gotta make my paintbrush a bit better. One sec. Oh yikes, that's not great. Okay, so win-loss right here. Okay, win-loss. Now you're gonna put that right there. Then you want to do that number divide, which if you want to type that on a keyboard, you do slash divide by 1 over the amount of players in your game. So let's call that amount, which is A. So let's substitute that for a game. Let's go what games are there? So let's go with, I don't know, let's do this for skywars because we only did bedwars in this video. So if you want to do skywars, you go. So if you want to do ranked skywars, so how many people are in a ranked game? There's 4 people, so you do. So well, first off, what's your win-loss? My win-loss is 0.32. So 0.32, that's what you do. Then you do that divide, remember the slash is divide. Divide by 1 over the amount of players in the game. And the amount of players that are in a ranked skywars game is 4. So, and the answer to that is I have done something terribly wrong. I do not know what I've done. If you're doing it like this, then try to find out the decimal value. Then do that. So, it's 0.32, I want to say, yeah. Divided by 0.25. That equals divided by 0.25. That means I am 1.8 times better than the average player, which means I'm about 28% better than the average player. So I'll see you guys later.